The homeowner locks his front door before leaving for a one-week business trip. He takes one final look at the beautiful countryside house that has been in his family for years. He has no idea that the HOA has been secretly planning something while he is away. The homeowner drives out of town believing everything is perfectly normal. His neighbors casually wave goodbye as he begins his week-long trip. The property remains peaceful and untouched. Only 2 days after he leaves, HOA board members gather outside his property discussing alleged violations. They begin taking photographs and measuring portions of the land. The HOA president claims the house violates neighborhood guidelines and convinces contractors to inspect the property. No official legal notice is provided to the homeowner. Construction equipment arrives near the property line. Nearby residents watch in confusion as large bulldozers are unloaded from trailers. Workers begin removing fences and landscaping around the property. The once peaceful home suddenly becomes a construction zone. The demolition process begins without the homeowner's knowledge. Large machinery carefully tears down sections of the house, while contractors continue working. By the end of the week, only piles of rubble remain where the home once stood. The HOA president smiles proudly, believing she has solved the problem permanently. The homeowner receives unexpected phone calls from concerned neighbors informing him that something terrible has happened at his property. He immediately returns home and discovers nothing but rubble where his house once stood. He stands silently in disbelief before calling local authorities. The sheriff arrives and immediately secures the demolition site with safety tape. The homeowner calmly explains that he was out of town for only 7 days. Investigators begin documenting every part of the destroyed property. Investigators interview nearby neighbors who witnessed the demolition. Several residents reveal they never saw the homeowner receive any notice before the work began. The sheriff carefully records every statement. The homeowner unlocks cloud storage on his phone and reviews security camera footage. The recordings clearly show construction crews entering the property while he was away. Every vehicle and worker is visible. The security footage is handed to investigators. They carefully watch bulldozers arriving and contractors beginning work without the owner present. The evidence immediately becomes an important part of the case. The homeowner contacts an experienced property attorney. Together they organize photographs, ownership documents, and security footage into a complete evidence file. Every document is carefully prepared. County property records confirm the homeowner legally owns the land and house. Survey maps and official documents match perfectly with the recorded property boundaries. The legal case becomes much stronger. The HOA president confidently insists the demolition followed association rules. However, investigators request written authorization and official permits. The board members suddenly struggle to provide complete documentation. Construction company representatives explain they relied on the paperwork they were given before beginning demolition. Investigators compare every document with county records to verify the timeline. News of the unusual property dispute spreads throughout the community. Local residents gather outside the neighborhood entrance discussing what happened. Reporters begin arriving to cover the developing story. The homeowner officially files a civil lawsuit seeking compensation for the destroyed home. His attorney submits organized evidence to the court, and the legal process begins. Everyone prepares for the upcoming hearing. The first court hearing begins inside a packed courtroom. The homeowner sits calmly beside his attorney while the HOA board members appear confident. The judge reminds everyone that only verified evidence will be considered. The homeowner's attorney presents official county property records proving clear ownership of the land and house. The judge carefully reviews every page while the courtroom remains completely silent. The HOA representatives begin exchanging worried looks. Large display screens show security footage recorded while the homeowner was away. The video captures construction crews and bulldozers entering the property before demolition began. The judge watches every moment with careful attention. Several neighbors testify that the homeowner had been out of town for the entire week. They explain they never saw any legal notice posted or delivered before demolition started. Their statements support the documented timeline presented to the court. The judge announces that the evidence presented so far strongly supports the homeowner's claims. A final hearing is scheduled to determine responsibility and financial damages. As everyone leave the courtroom, the mood has noticeably shifted in the homeowner's favor.